don't need no other body. I gotta remove myself from that radio because these copyrights, maybe this YouTube be tripping me on that tip. Talking about copyrights and carrying on, and I don't want to get no strike. I'm getting tired of every time a little piece of music or something come up, it's a copyright. It might not count against the strike, but you know, it's trying to tell you something and all that, man. You know what I mean? So we might as well get in the form. Since things is good, ain't no need of jacking it up with being hard headed. Gonna try your way instead of the way it's supposed to go anyway. You know what I mean? So there you go. So if you ain't making your own music and putting on him or your own video, then they ain't gonna try to give you credit for it. So if you got a lot of videos and you got other music and stuff on it, man, could be a strike. Facebook used to pull that anyway. Make you have to, prove that it was what they call free domain, where it was free and all that kind of stuff. And then, okay, you can have it. But then by the time somebody see it, and it's got the big old round circle in with the line through it, talking about, the sound is blocked on there, is muted or whatever. People look at it and they just gonna go back and say, no, it's muted. It didn't say nothing, it didn't do nothing. So there you go, man. That's that. Enough of that. I don't like all that complaining anyway. That's for something else. Who wants that? You dig? And but yeah, that's waking up with me early this morning, you dig? I gets up and the sun be up bright, you dig? You understand what I'm talking about? That's the way it look, baby. Nice and fresh and crispy. Sun come up when it's great, you know what I'm saying? When the weather's bad, you know what I'm saying? It be clouds. But that ain't nothing to complain about. Whatever it is, good Lord brought you. You dig? So be glad in it. Whatever God bring to you in the living, you be glad in it. And in my heart, I just know God, He got a total better plan. You got to know this ain't where He stopped. You know what I'm saying? You think about it. You, me, I, and all other people, you and I, we don't got all our senses, right? And then there's other people around here that got all the brains, so they think, right? Or they believe that. Now, as smart as you get and you think you ain't smart, only thing else smarter than you is God. And even if you thought you knew the Bible, you still don't know a third. You don't know Jimmy the Cricket. You just like in your oily rag, so you just as bad as the person that ain't never picked the book up and don't know what it is. Well, a Bible, what is it, right? You ain't no better than the person that don't know what the Bible is. Just know that. So when you think like that, and all these stars and all this other stuff, and He created us, don't you know that it's got to be something better? And Satan don't got no power. He doesn't have any. When you're here on earth, there's instructions how to lead. Don't even go for whatever he's talking about, Satan. Read about Lucifer and all of that, and in the fire. He was in the choir, and he couldn't act right, and all that stuff, and he just wasn't going to never act right. So, and you believe that God can do all things. Me, I just know that this is a vessel, just the same as you became uh, a human being in this on this earth, right? You know, a lot of people, like for instance, 9 months later, your feet touch the blanket. Who counts those 9 months before you hit the blanket? So what does that mean? That means to me, if after 1 year of feet hitting the blanket, actually you've been in existence a year prior, give or take a year or two, which is what? It's 12 months, it's 9. You got 10, 11, and 12, right? So what's 3 months? You dig what I'm saying? And let's just say when you became pregnant, you put them 3 months on because when you was detected to be pregnant, right? 3 months could have went by, and so then now into the 9th month, right? You were delivered to this earth. It's a whole year before you even touch the blanket. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it right there because I don't get too deep, but that's what I know. God is in control of everything. So you came from God. Guess where you going? You dig? Your soul and everything belong to God. Don't belong to Lucifer. Don't belong to the Grim Reaper. You know, don't belong to death. If death has no dominion, that means it's just it ain't just, well, if you just go over here and stay quiet, you ain't gonna get it, dog. Everything's gonna get it. You know, it has no dominion. It's anywhere it can happen. Correct? It's gonna